Hi Capricorn and welcome to Faylight Tarot. This reading is for your wellness for the next 4 weeks, that time period being from mid-October to mid-November. Now, as per usual, I have cleansed and pre-shuffled my cards so that I can take my time in doing that and I don't have to waste any of yours. And as any tarot reader will tell you, there are a lot of you out there, so please do keep that in mind and take what resonates with you and leave behind what doesn't. And if it doesn't resonate with you at all, then that's okay. It's just not the reading for you. You can try again the next time. But should you like what you see and hear, then please, by all means, do hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons, and you'll be alerted to your next reading, which is your general reading that comes next week, or this week, rather. So, before we start, what is a wellness spread all about? So, for me, it's quite similar to the manifestation spread. However, it's different by ways of looking at what you're feeling, looking at aspects of what's too full in your life, what you need to remove, what you can bring in, what's being forgotten about, and it also looks at your shadow work. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, Capricorn, looking at your shadow work is not an easy thing to do. It's not for the faint of heart. Because shadow work is that part of us that's just on the outside of our edge of awareness. And once we bring it into light, then we can start working on what that is. And what that'll do is that'll help you to break certain cycles and to reduce negativity from your life. But it can take some doing, but bear with me and we'll get through it together. So your current energy at the moment is the Six of Pentacles. So let's have a little look and see what that's all about before we start talking too deeply. Thank you. Messages for Capricorn for the Six of Pentacles, please. A lot of messages coming through for you for your current energies, Capricorn. Must be some big things happening. Okay. Let's see. Put these into order first. Okay. Righty-ho then. So for your current energies, that Six of Pentacles being there, you're being very generous with your time and how much you're putting of yourself into something. Possibly you're helping other people. Now what's interesting here is that you have the Moon card, you have the Strength card, the King of Swords, the Six of Pentacles again, Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and you've also got the Devil card here. So there is some element here of I feel that the help that you're giving in particular is either financial help or it's just your presence in particular that is being of help to somebody. And I think that with the Moon card and the Strength card in particular, I feel that there's some energy around you where things are a little bit uncertain, but you have this natural healing ability. Perhaps you're that person that everybody goes to whenever they're in trouble, or this particular situation or individual that requires your help is coming to you because you have that healing ability, you've got that quiet leadership, you know what to do in certain situations because you have that ability to do so. Not only do you have strength and self-assurance in yourself with the Strength card, but you also have the King of Swords. So you're very intelligent. You know how to make clever decisions. I feel that you have not been born yesterday, so to speak. You've been through the mill. You've gained a lot of experience in things. So you're ready. You're always readily available to offer help. Now, here's what's interesting, is that the type of help that you are needing to give out there, it's almost like it's a continuous help. This isn't just a one-shot thing. This is something that needs nurturing and care and attention over, which you can do because you have that Queen of Pentacles energy. You have resources at your fingertips, and you also care very deeply and enough to be able to say, okay, well, I have things in abundance, so I have this, I do have availability to give you something to help you through this. Don't worry about it, I've got you covered. There's almost like a kind of a maternal instinct in that way, and not to be putting anybody in a gender box, but that maternal instinct to nurture, to take care of, to protect. Now, what's interesting here is that you have, with the Moon card, you've also got the Devil card here. So there may be some deception behind this. And it could be something that you are aware of. Maybe you're not aware of it. And perhaps it's come through out of unhealthy habits as well. But I do feel that there's some sort of trickery going on with you. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck for your hidden and your unseen things, your subconscious. Yeah, the King of Pentacles, you've got the Sun card, you've got the Star card, and you've got the Three of Hearts with the Hierophant here. Yeah, you really are a rock. You are so stable and grounded and well put together that you do think, yes, that this is absolutely fine, I can absolutely help anybody what it is. Do you look on the bright side of things? Do you perhaps have what we call in counselling that unconditional positive regard for people? You just believe that everybody is trying to do their best, and by default they're not pulling the wool over your eyes. And I feel that you offer things to people, and you have this positive mindset because it's healing for you. And I think that that's absolutely beautiful, right? Because that is the right path for you to take. So saith the Star card. But there is some sort of a betrayal that is happening somewhere, and I don't think you know that this is coming, or maybe you suspected it but you didn't really want to think about it too much, but you can see that it's there. But the combination of faith and lessons will help to guide you through that. Very interesting. So what area of your life has been neglected or forgotten? And that is the Devil card again. So it could be as much as you are perhaps exploring a new mindset of being more positive and giving people the benefit of the doubt. That's all well and good, but at what cost does that optimism come with? So let's get some more clarity there. Tell me about the Devil for Capricorn, please. Tell me about the Devil for Capricorn. Yep. Okay, let's come back to that in a second. Right, you have the Four of Cups, excuse me, the Page of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and you've got the Two of Cups. Yeah, I do feel that there is some sort of one of the reasons why that devil aspect, and I think in other people or even yourself, has been diminished because you've done a lot of work on yourself emotionally. And it could be as well that you're just trying to be, you're trying to inject more positivity into your life because you don't want that negativity, you don't want that unhealthiness or the deception or the nonsense that comes with it. And the thing is that I feel that a wee happy chappy has come aboard, and I feel that you're aware that something is happening. Maybe something in your instinct doesn't sit quite right with you, but because of this cheeky chappy, he's so likable. Could also be a youth from your family or somebody that you know, and they've come to you with a message of how they're feeling about something, and you can't see how you can't help them. I don't see any way of me not being able to help them because you have done so much emotional work on you that you've become very compassionate and you care. You want to take care of people. And I feel as well that there's some element of a deep connection with this individual. Tell me at the bottom of the deck what's happening there. You have the Page of Swords, you've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Ten of Swords, and you've also got the Fool card here. And then the Nine of Wands. Okay. Yeah, I think in your head, your thought processes, you kind of know that something is going on because this isn't the first time this has happened, is it? This has happened before. But the thing is that this cycle will continue to happen until it's been cut out, until it's been done. The end has been put on there, and after that, then you'll be able to really go to town with expressing that desire to have the positivity, to have the optimism and all the possibilities. But the thought of cutting that out really worries you to the point where you want to hide. And I feel that you know that truth. That's why you want to hide. Um, Also, perhaps, as I said, if this has been happening previously, you know that there's going to be a burn at the end of it. Hmm. What aspect of your life is too full? And that is the Seven of Pentacles, and that's that back-breaking, continuous marathon of work to raise these crops, because it doesn't just happen overnight, does it? Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles, please. Seven of Pentacles. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm seeing the story coming together. Okay. You have the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords on its side, the Tower on its side. You also have the Page of Pentacles, and you've got the Two of Pentacles here. So I think that the way that I can see it, right, is you're so present in this person's life, and I suspect that it is a youth. Um, you're so present in their life that you've gotten used to doing an awful lot for them, and you know that that's quite unhealthy. I think you do know that in the back of your mind, but you also don't want to see it with the Two of Swords there, because that means a shifting of roles. That means having to let go. That means not being relied upon. And the reason why I say that, Capricorn, is because you have the Five of Swords on its side and the Tower on its side. And what that means there is these energies associated with these cards are in limbo, because you want to give everything, you really do, but you know that if you step back, then that's not going to happen anymore. Like you're maybe not going to be needed quite as much. But then again, if you were to step in and give them everything, then are they ever going to be able to figure things out on their own? And the uncertainty that comes with both of those scenarios is really not attractive at all to you. But here's the thing, Capricorn, right? Everybody has to start somewhere. Even the change in how you go through life, the changes that you needed to go through, not just that this youth. Everybody has to start from somewhere, and they have to learn to do it. Now, the Page of Pentacles, he is a studious page, and he does things slowly. He does things deliberately, but above all, he wants to be known that he is conscientious and he's purposeful and he is dutiful. So what if it doesn't have to be an all or nothing situation there, Capricorn? What if there could be a balance? And how do you achieve that balance? How do you go from working so hard for somebody else's benefit to help them out, but still give them the maturity to grow and develop? Do you work together? How do you work together? What areas can you team up in? So how are you affecting? Well, we'll start with that in a little bit. So you have at the bottom of the deck, the Star card, the Five of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and you've also got the Ace of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups is there as well. Yes, having a look at how you balance this is going to be the right path. Because what that's going to do is that's going to honor two things. That's going to honor you in your emotional development, but it's also going to help you break free of the tying nature of being generous. And I know that causes a little bit of conflict in you, but there is an eagerness here to go out and experience those new knowledges. And I think once that happens, abundance is coming. But you did do your best, and it's time to just walk away from that. How interesting. How are you affected by all of this? And that is the Page of Cups energy. So let's have a look at the Page of Cups. Page of Cups, please. What messages and energies do we have for Capricorn? Messages and energies for Capricorn. Thank you. Messages and energies for Capricorn. Boop. Always have to boop the flippers. Right. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Wands. We have the Nine of Cups, the Two of Wands, and we've also got the Five of Wands here. I feel that you're actually getting quite surprised by this. Surprised in your realization that you don't have to put that much effort into helping and being generous. and surprise that, because I think you do know that there is that desire for somebody to go out and learn on their own. Are they going somewhere, Capricorn? Are they traveling somewhere that's going to be away from you? Because remember, you have taught this person how to live and how to enjoy themselves and how to take pride. You're that leader, and you have shown that if you want something to happen, you'll do it. So that torch gets passed on, doesn't it? And I feel that that is the wish for you. The wish there is that they take those traits on board. But the thing is, though, is that you know that if that's the case, then a definite path has to be chosen for you as well as the other person. And it's one that just doesn't sit right with you. You're fighting against it. It sounds like um, it sounds like a kid leaving home for the first time. Let's have a look and see what's happening here. I was about to say I'm a kid leaving for university. You have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant does actually talk about higher education, but as well, there's also the faith aspect there and the lesson aspect there. So have faith that it will work out, because you did do your best, but it's time for you as well as your kid to walk to a new horizon. It's time, and I know that you're precious about them and you want to hold them close and keep them safe, but so many things are open to them and to you. So many opportunities are arising, like the world is your oyster as well as the other person's oyster, and success is coming from there. And I know that you're going to experience that as a loss, right? But think about it in a different perspective, because once you do that, once you realign your perspective, you won't see that as a loss anymore. You'll see that as a celebration of your family unit, and happiness will come, and harmony. Mm. So, what should you reduce or remove from your life? And that is the Queen of Wands energy. So there's that passion, that fire, that ferocity of protecting, you know, taking action. Tell me about the Queen of Wands, please. Queen of Wands for Capricorn. Queen of Wands for Capricorn. Okay. Queen of Wands for Capricorn, please. A lot of messages flying in about this one. Right. Oh, okay. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Fool, Four of Wands, High Priestess, and the Three of Cups. It is time for you, Capricorn, to enjoy your wealth and to do things for you. You know, like you've accumulated all this wealth and all of these resources, but do you actually take the time to enjoy that? Like, when was the last time you went to on holiday, or you had a beautiful meal, or you had a day at the spa and just like did the things? go hiking or traveling, or whatever it is that you find joy in. When was the last time you did that? Because I feel that that's something that you don't really tend to do for yourself, do you? That makes you uncomfortable a little bit. But you know what the thing is, though, is that see if you recognize that we all naturally form boundaries for ourselves, and they're not restrictions on how other people are to act, but they're guidelines for us to tell us how do we make sure our needs are being met. Okay, so are your needs being met? And if this is your child going off to university and being on their own, are their needs being met? Because if you just recognize that, look, I do have the resources available. If you come to me, if you come to me when you have a problem that needs help, then naturally I'll help you, because independence here is needed on all sides. That ability to roam and experience things and find our own stories and our own chapters is needed here. And once you do that, the family unit is going to be really strengthened. There's going to be celebration. So if you just make sure that you use your intuition to figure out when is it appropriate for me to offer my aid? Is this something that they can do on their own, or do I need to intervene? And when I say need to intervene, I mean in terms of, you know, do they have the resources to be able to see this through? And do you know what's really nice, Capricorn, is that I think, see, once you figure that out, there's a lot of fun to be had. I feel that the relationship is going to evolve, it's going to turn into something else, and there's going to be mutual respect and happiness out of it. What to introduce into your lives, and that is the King of Pentacles. As I say, that is that energy of being able to sit on the throne and say, I have all of these resources and I have all of these finances at my fingertips. But the king waits for his audiences to come to him. He doesn't go to the people and just starts handing out money to them. People seek an audience with the king to ask for things. Maybe that's what you need to introduce, which means taking a step back. Tell me about the King of Pentacles for Capricorn, please. Goodness. Okay, we have the Empress, the Emperor, the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and we've also got the Page of Wands here. Yeah. You taking a step back from being so involved in waiting for someone to tell you that they need your help, it is not going to diminish your parenthood at all, or your guardianship at all. You're still going to be parental figures. You're still going to be the head of the empire. You're still going to be nourishing and capable and nurturing and healing. You still have all of those things. But the energy is we are there where when you need us to be. So the notion of um, walking away from an old mindset here, I understand that that is going to bring so many emotions to you that you're not quite sure what to do with. But you know what? Wear your heart on your sleeve. Communicate and just tell it like it is. You know. Not only that, but a knight carries out the order of his king. They also rescue. So by you walking away from a mindset, you're actually rescuing another. And I think that's really incredible, because what that does is that's going to actually awaken a new path for you to choose should you want to. You're going to start to seek new areas of, okay, well, how do I support better? How do I support in a different way? And even then, do I need to support? So if I don't need to support, then what can I do for me? And I think that that's absolutely wonderful. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Wands, the Lovers, the Nine of Swords, and the Hanged Man. I know that you wanna really struggle, and you really want to hold on to that. Like, I get it, I really do. But what about the healthy boundaries and the love and respect that you have for these close connections? And I get it, right? You love them so much that the thought of like setting them free makes you really anxious. But if you just take a new perspective and give in to the will of the universe, victory, victory comes your way. And I think that that's absolutely incredible. Got a card falling. It's got nothing to do with the reading though. I think that's absolutely extraordinary. So now that we've looked at that, let's have a look at the shadow card. Now, as I said, shadow work is not easy. So usually when people are doing shadow work, they'll get to a point where, okay, something is on the edge of my awareness and I know that it's there because things keep on happening with it. So they'll dig until they get uncomfortable with it. And that's when they recognize what it is and they go, okay, well, I know what it is now. That's fine. I can move on. I've done my shadow work. For me personally, I feel that you have to dig to the level below that, to the why region, and that's where it becomes excruciating, because then you're meeting it and you're looking it right in the eye and you're really figuring out what it's all about. And that is the only way for me that I feel that you can truly do shadow work, so that you can move on to the next cycle, because otherwise things just repeat. You know, the definition of insanity and all that. So that being said, your shadow work is the Hermit card, and that is the wisdom, the card of wisdom, the light bearer who guides people through the darkness with the light. So let's get some more clarity there. Tell me about the Hermit for Capricorn, please. Okay. Interesting. I'll come to that in a second. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles on its side. We have the King of Cups, the Six of Swords, and we've also got the Judgment card on its side. Yeah, I feel that you're not listening to your own wisdom, and you're focusing too much on being the actual light bearer. And because you're focusing on being the light bearer, being that generous person that does for others and guides them through the darkness, I feel that something is missing in terms of capability. So what is missing? Is it your capability? Is it somebody else's capability? Because the thing is that like you think that you're doing everything from the right place, like you're doing it from the heart because you care, because you're maternal, paternal, and you just want to nurture and protect and show that you care. And there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. But ask yourself, Capricorn, with the Six of Swords here, are you still holding something that you have not processed from the past? Was there a feeling of being let down in the past by somebody else? Or is it a thought process that has come from before? Do you feel the need to be the boatman who rescues these people in the nick of time? But of all of these things, Capricorn, ask yourself, is this really who you are? At what point does habit lose balance with true identity? What does your authentic self say and want? Because your authentic self is chapping on the door, Capricorn. It's already telling you that you know that you need to kind of back off and let somebody spread their wings. But you don't want to, because you want to hold on. So what is that all about? Why are you ignoring the wisdom in you that's already saying, I need to just ease off a wee bit? And it is because I do feel that you were taught to be the light bearer. You were taught to be the one that guides people. And you've always been good at that. You've always been recognised for being very good at that. No disputing that at all. But all of these things, how many times has this happened for you? Has this happened to you so many times? And are they like borderline distractions for you, um as an edge of awareness distraction, so that you don't have to look at this light bearer thing that you've got going on? What loss was there in the past that brought you to this? And I think that once you figure that out, once you understand that, you're going to actually come to a place where you are going to understand your purpose. You're going to have a better unity of your purpose and who you are. And not only that, but there's going to be a new patience and peace within you. You're going to figure out how to do that balance. How to do that balance that you're struggling with. And as I say frequently, temperance has her foot in the water. So your intuition is going to help you with this. Don't ignore it. It's there for a reason. Now, how can you better manage your duties and responsibilities? And that is the Chariot. So let's see what that is all about. Tell me about the Chariot for Capricorn, please. Tell me about the Chariot for Capricorn. Okay. Oh. So, how can you better manage your duties and responsibilities? Take yourself away. Remove yourself from the equation and focus on yourself. What drives you? Get command of the conflicting emotions and thought processes within you and take yourself away. Because once you do that, you're going to actually realize, hang on, there's so much I can do, there's so much I can achieve. You are going to become eager to learn more about yourself and about the world around you and about what your place is in it. You may be even thinking that you would like to learn something new, like a course or something like that. But regardless, there are things that you want to do. Capricorn, you want to go out and experience some things. You want to travel. You want to be creative. You want to explore your passions. You want to do stuff. And there's a million things you want to do. So many opportunities are open for you right now if you were to just be free. But in order to do that, you have to bring this to a close. You have to defeat it. And as painful as it is, right? And as horrible as it is, how he's been pierced by so many swords, there's a new dawn at the back there to say that the warrior is not dead. He will rise. And the thing is that abundance and recognition is coming. Not only that, but the gentleman here in the middle, right, he's actually retiring and people are recognizing that the wealth and the achievements that he has done. You will get to do that. You will be recognized for what you have done and how this is your time now. Have faith. Listen to the wisdom that is already in you that you're ignoring, because this was meant to happen. A turn in your karmic cycle is approaching. It is time for you to create something new with the people around you, to learn, to teach, to grow, to create something beautiful, and also for you to rest. Oh, Capricorn. That's a bittersweet reading, I'll be honest with you. It very much reminds me of several conversations I had with my own mother. Even though I'm 40 years old, as little as 5 years ago, I think it was. And you never stop being somebody's child. I know that. I know that. But at the same time, it's interesting how relationships shift depending on the experiences that somebody brings to the table. It's pretty extraordinary actually how we move through this thing. Anyway, so normally at this point what I would do is I would do a wee summary, but I'm not going to do that because I feel that the wellness readings in particular are heavy enough without hammering it home. So if this resonates with you and this is your reading, then I truly hope that I have given you a lot to think about and a lot to ponder, questions to ask yourself of how you're going to proceed. Not just through the current situation, but as time goes on, what cycles do you need to break? What things do I need to bring into my edge of awareness so I can process it properly? Okay. So there you go. As I say, if you like what you saw in here today, then please do hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons. And in the meantime, please do take care of yourself, Capricorn. Thanks. Bye.